What is up, guys? Pie Muffin here, and we are back with another Tales of the Rays video. So, the producer's letter is out, and I usually only cover the producer's letters on months that have something new to share, because sometimes they really don't have anything, in terms of, like, what to share. It's usually just, okay, here's the events that are coming, here's the order they're coming in, and that's pretty much it. But there's quite a bit of juicy information to come to the game, or that's going to come to the game soon, that I want to go over. There's actually quite a bit here to talk about in terms of new content, how stuff is going to work, and all of that. So let's just not waste any more time. These always end up being like 20 minutes anyway, so let's just dive in. So, first things first, they talk about Arise again, basically saying how Arise, is coming soon, which is true. It's only about a month away now, which is crazy to think about. What is it, 25, it's like 35 days away, 34, 35 days until the game comes out. It's actually exactly 5 weeks from today. That's crazy. Anyways, first thing they mention is, they talk about the 3D, how the skits are going to be in 3D on Tales of Arise. And then they're like, oh, well, for those of you who are, wondering how it's going to work in the Rays, when those characters come to the Rays, of course, they're going to have 2D skits. Because it wouldn't make any sense. Like, you're going to have all these 2D characters talking to a 3D model. That's not going to happen. So, for those of you who do want to see what it would have looked like if they had stuck with 2D, you're obviously going to see that from the mobile game. So, there is at least that. And of course the the MIRRAGE Arte illustrations and stuff like that we're going to see. So that'll be really cool. They say that they're looking forward to the release of Arise, the day where I can give you detailed information. Basically, what they're saying is the day where they can give us information on when the Arise characters will come to the Rays. They look forward to it, and just wait a little bit longer. I still think before 2021 ends, we'll at least have Alphen in the game. Maybe Alphen and Gion, but at least Alphen will probably be in the game before the end of 2021. So let's move on to the version 4.6.0 stuff, because there's going to be coming. They plan to update from late August to early September, so pretty much around the time of Arise. Following 2 points will undergo major renovations. The first one is implemented a high difficulty mode, sacred area on the 60th floor or higher in the tower. So this is the normal tower. Of course, if you know right now, you clear up to stage 60, which at this point, if you've been playing since the beginning, you have way more than enough characters to where you can probably auto battle without having to use a single Mirrage Art and still reach level 60 before you run out of characters. I mean, I've got, how many awakened characters do I have? Probably close to like 130, maybe a little bit more. And I only end up using probably 20 or 30 of those characters before I finish the tower each month. So they do want to add more floors. So you'll have your normal 60 floors, but it seems now it's going to go up to 80. So it's going to be a bit more work to kind of clear everything. But this is good because, it gives people a reason to actually have to try and stuff. Now, of course, I'm expecting it to still be easier than the hard mode tower. Like, even up to level 80, I don't think it's going to be that hard. And people who have, 100 plus characters are still probably going to clear through level 80. Unless I'm just completely mistaken, they're going to make it ridiculously hard past level 60. But I can't imagine if you have over 100 characters that you're going to run out of characters. Because you use 4 characters per run. At least for the first, 40 stages, you shouldn't really be losing anybody. So I would find it very hard to believe if you really just run out of characters before 80. So let's see. Yeah, let's see what the new area has to say. So, characters who challenge the sacred area, up to 15 characters for each hereinafter referred to. Oh, so I think they're talking about the bonus characters. Okay. So you want to save the characters that have the bonus for the month for these extra floors. So you want to kind of work that around. When the challenge begins, players will select 4 people and form 1 point to start the challenge. The sacred areas comprise 61 to 80. Clear in order to... Okay. From the first floor to the 60th floor has the same structure. Okay. When challenge starts from the 61st floor, among the characters use 6 randomly selected techniques. Oh. Regardless of whether you have the technique or... Okay. So it doesn't matter if you have the arts or not. You're going to be able to use them. The ones that have already been implemented will appear if the technique... Repeat this 4 times and select 4 magic mirrors. You can then use it. Very interesting. So you get to select mirror arts and stuff even if you don't have them. You just get to use them for this kind of thing. After 62, do the same for each clear. Aim to level 80. Okay, so this is going to be something we're going to have to try out. Because just looking at this, like obviously you can see it right here. It seems like you select all the gear for each character. For each floor. It seems like there'll be good rewards for actually clearing the higher stages. I mean, if the extra rewards after stage 50 aren't diamond still, then I'm not really super worried about clearing to level 80. Unless there's actually some really good... If it's just more of the tower enhancements, I really don't care. I almost never work on tower enhancements at all. But I guess we'll have to see. But, it does seem like it's going to be very different. I'll definitely make a video on it, if this month's tower, when it hits the 31st, has this new implementation, then of course I will make a video from, level 60 or floor 61 onward, and we'll see how it kind of works. But it looks like your rank goes up as you're kind of going through it. I don't expect it'll be easy enough to... I don't know. It's really hard to say whether I'll be able to clear it in one go or not. Because I do have a lot of awakened characters. Okay, so let's look at some of this other stuff. So the other point is... okay, here's the other point. So we're going to talk about that. Also, with the implementation of Sacred Area, I've also made modifications to the usual tower. The current tower has a function to skip the second and subsequent laps. There is no choice but to steadily go up on the first. Okay, so if you do it more than one time, okay, it's a waste of time to go up the. I think what they're trying to say is, people saying, because the first, if you've been playing for a while, the first like 40 stages, you pretty much just leave your phone on auto battle and your teams can handle it just fine. But it seems here they're adding a function that allows you to climb several floors at once. As a result, so yeah, it'll go your first time through the tower, so you don't have to spend half an hour going through the tower. You can go through several floors at once. So that's actually kind of nice. If you can do like 10 floors at a time, that would be fine. Or at least 9, and then you get to the boss stage, you have to do that by itself, and then you do 9, and then do it again. So it'll be interesting to see how this works. Sanctuary mode has specifications, gameplay designed for super advanced players, so it might be a lot harder than I'm originally thinking. So, I mean, it'll be exciting either way. Development is trial and error. Okay, so obviously, when they release it, it might not be perfect, and they'll improve on it as time goes on. Okay, let's look at this second thing now. We pretty much get an idea. There's going to be more floors. It's going to be harder. You're going to have to select all your stuff before you go in. Pretty simple. Implementation of an auto magic mirror that activates under specific conditions. So what this magic mirror is obviously MIRRAGE ARTE. So they're implementing an auto MIRRAGE ARTE function. So another major addition element is the auto magic mirror technique. Is it the magic mirror technique that activates auto when you only hear the name? It may sound like, but it's not. I'll explain the difference. Okay. So auto magic mirror is a new equipment frame along the normal magic mirror. So let me just show you real quick how it's going to look. You can see it right here. So right here is your main MIRRAGE ARTE. Right here is your sub MIRRAGE ARTE, how it is now. And down here is your spirit gear. And then this MIRRAGE ARTE over here will be your auto one. And then we're going to see how it actually works. But essentially, you're going to have 4 MIRRAGE ARTEs equipped at once now. Which makes sense because a lot of characters do have at least 4 at this point. Okay. Auto magic mirror is now a new equipment frame. Okay. In other words, each character has 3 magic mirrors and 1 spirit costume as a frame. You'll be able to equip it. In addition, auto magic mirror has a different role from the main magic mirror and sub magic mirror, okay? The conditions for equipping and the effects, okay? Equipping condition, if this is a magic mirror technique that is easy and exceeded the limit at least once. So when they say exceeded the limit at least once, I think that means you have to have a dupe for it. So I think you have to at least have pulled it more than once. So if it's a Mirrage Arte that you've only gotten one time, I don't think you can equip it. So the ideal thing is to put a Mirrage Arte like that you've got, the most dupes in. That's like kind of a lesser one, I guess, because right here you see Ix. We have Ix's overlay, which is actually Kokos's Mirrage Arte. You've got the normal Kokos Mirrage Arte as the sub, and then you have the Summer Ix Seasonal as the auto one. So I assume that that's kind of what you want to do here. Put your strongest. Well, I don't know. Let's read everything before we try to figure that out. So, okay, there are more types of new magic mirror techniques, and you can equip them. It does not mean that. Okay, although there are some effects that can be activated by equipping it, the biggest feature is that the auto activation condition is set. If this condition is met while the MG is accumulated, the magic mirror technique will be activated automatically. For example, defeating a certain amount of enemies. HP is something or less. The condition is set differently for each. Okay, so each Mirrage Arte is going to have its own condition for activating on auto. But why? I'm trying to, obviously it's probably going to be explained better here, but what's the benefit? Because if you're wasting your gauge anyway, wouldn't you want to waste your gauge for the Mirrage Arte you actually have equipped? That's what I'm having trouble understanding, unless it just doesn't waste your gauge, but I would find that hard to believe. As the number of breakthroughs increases, breakthroughs meaning more limit breaks, the activation conditions will be relaxed, meaning they'll be easier. Of course, it will be activated even in auto mode, so if you handle it well, okay, so, this is gonna be the best thing about this. Your auto Mirrage Arte can activate when you're autoing events. It's not just like auto where it just activates on its own while you're playing. So if you're someone like me who does a lot of farming and likes to, just kind of like have your phone on the side while you're doing this, sometimes you forget you're even playing it. This will be good because you'll have Mirrage Artes that can. So, for example, for a character like who's a good example? Trying to think who has a good like healing Mirrage Arte. I guess, okay, so like, Bride Mint, I guess. Because Bride Mint is time stop, but it also does a little bit of healing, if I remember correctly. So you could put that Mirrage Arte in the auto mode, and then that can activate on its own while you're kind of just doing stuff on the side. Okay. Furthermore, in order to make it easier to meet the above activation conditions, excuse me, the MG consumption of magic mirror technique set in. Okay, so it's going to be less. So that's the benefit. So the Mirrage Arte you put in the auto slot will not cost as much. Got it. The power will be reduced, but the MG will be added. So yeah, you'll be able to activate it more. Since the MG gauge for auto magic mirror will increase, it will be a gauge for 2.5 pieces. Okay. The combination of magic mirror techniques will allow you a wider range of strategies than before. There's still, this is a secondary feature rather than a direct one. The magic mirror equipped in the auto, it will not be possible to equip. So you can't put the Mirrage Arte you put in the auto slot, you can't also have in the main and sub slot. You have to choose one or the other. I want to activate under auto conditions. Needs characters with small number of magic mirrors originally implemented, such as collaboration characters. You will be in a situation where you can only select the auto frame, main, or subframe. Okay, so collaboration characters, I guess they have a way that they're going to work. Because obviously, a character like Kirito, for example, or Belle, or, anyone, they only have one Mirrage Art because they don't get second Mirrage Arts. But it seems like they're not. There's going to be a way around that. So I guess you could just put it in the. Oh, well, we'll see. We'll see how it works. Therefore, only the magic mirror in the state where the limit breakthrough is reached max. Even if the magic mirror is set in the main or subframe, is a specification that allows you to use the auto magic. Okay, so, well, now it sounds different. At first they were like, it will not be possible if it's in the auto, but it also seems like it will be possible. I don't know. We'll have to see once it's actually in game. Okay, so I'm sorry, I was just reading. So down here, they're basically saying, when I listen to this, I finally got a sneak peek at the collaboration characters. On the other hand, collaboration characters who do not know the resale schedule cannot help breaking through the limit from now on. So I guess the more limit breaks you have for collab characters, the more helpful it'll be. I think some people think to solve it, we would like to hold a reprint of past collaborations as much as possible. The collaboration itself goes through various coordination with the right source, such as opportunity and timing. It is a gift of a miracle, so please wait patiently. Long story short, everyone who keeps asking for the Sword Art Online collab to come back, hopefully it'll come back someday. Despite the fact that the game that it collabed with is shutting down, but we'll see. Maybe they'll make it easier now that it'll finally be shut down. So yeah, you get a good look here on how it's going to work. So it seems depending on the limit breaks, you might be able to put the one Mirrage Art in both the main or sub slot as well as the auto slot. So that'll be kind of nice. That'll be something we just have to test out once this update actually goes live. So yeah, the UI is going to look a little bit different once the update happens. We've also made adjustments that make it easier. Oh, okay, critical hits and stuff like that. Sacred area. I'm just thinking if there's anything else important here before we move on. Nope, doesn't look like it. Future policy stuff, okay. Sacred area. Okay, so summer, sacred area. Autumn update, repair of spirits. Repair of form change. So they're going to make more updates to how spirit gears and form changes work. For winter, renovation of existing events in preparation for the 5th anniversary. And then new development after the 6th year and after the 5th anniversary. So we don't know what that is yet. They've been telling us this a lot, that there's still going to be more to happen even after this story comes to an end. Because for those who don't know, Last Cradle is the end of Ix and Melina's story. But the game isn't going to be shutting down anytime soon. They wanted to reassure us that the fact that we're getting a 5th anniversary, that they're already talking about a 5th anniversary when it's still like 6 months away, tells us enough that the game isn't going anywhere anytime soon. I don't know if that means we're going to get a new set of main characters, or if they're just going to do like side stories in the world of Rays after this. We'll have to wait and see, but new development obviously means they know what's in store. I would hope so, considering they developed the game, but they know what they're going to be giving us once this story ends. Okay, so they're just talking about stuff for the third Mirrage Art stuff, the auto stuff. Alright, let's talk about the schedule for this month. So the first event is going to be the event with the Destiny Eternia characters. So on Monday, when the current event ends, this will be the event that takes its place. So if you want to summon there, the banner will be there. And then at the end of the month, so the 31st of August will be when the Spirit Gear drops for Ruka, Iria, and Ricardo. I will definitely be farming up Ruka. I'm not going to summon, because Ruka, I believe, already has a third 5-star. So I really don't need his. I think, anyways. I think when he got his Decisive Mirrage, our third 5-stars already existed. I could be wrong, though. But, so yeah, I'll farm up his Spirit Gear first, and then I'll work on, because I think I have Iria's regular Mirrage Art. I don't think I have anything for Ricardo, so I'm not worried about him right now. Okay, so they just talk about everything here. Eternia and Destiny 2 joint event. It's a summer festival event. They're just talking about the different things for these characters. Spirit costume 14. It's already the 14th set of Spirit Gears. That's crazy. The design of the three. Okay, so they're talking about the designs for the Innocence characters. And then lastly, they say down here, although there is no participation in the war, basically saying there's no no new character this month, they plan to update the main scenario as well. Main scenario part 4, chapter 12 is to be released in late August. So around the 25th, as usual, we'll get chapter 12 of Last Cradle. And then the last thing that they wanted to mention, and this was a surprise last night, because it wasn't in the, you thought they would have put it in the PV so everyone knew. They did release full voice for Mirrage Prison finally. So you can go over to the second arc of Tales of the Rays in the game. You can click, it's like a little crown icon. You reset the arc if you've completed everything. And you can reobtain all the diamonds that were available. So you basically replay the entire arc. There's like over 1,400 diamonds for you to obtain. So I would recommend doing that because, you know, that's what, like 7 multis? That's like 7 free multis just for replaying the story. So that's pretty nice. I actually spent some diamonds because I was like, you know what? I've got 1,500 diamonds to farm right there. So I did 2 multis on the rerun banner because I really wanted Richea's Mirrage Art. And my first multi was dead. My second multi gave me barrels. And then my third multi gave me Richea. So I was very happy about that. Got exactly what I wanted. It doesn't seem like there's going to be any surprise collab, because usually when there is, they say, you know, there's more to reveal this month, so please stay tuned. There's nothing here, so I think this is it for this month. I think it's literally just the Destiny 2 and Eternia event, story chapter, and then the Spirit Gear event. And who knows when they're going to do stuff for Arise. Probably not immediately in September, but probably soon after. But I guess just be on the lookout for that. Let's see what else is down here. We apologize for the inconvenience caused by the announcement. More than 100 voice actors to record. The number of characters is 121, which is unprecedented. Oh yeah, and then Kokus gets bigger. Melina gets her black costume. Huge turning point for the Rays. I'm probably gonna buy the voice thing because it comes with gacha tickets as well. Like you get, I think if it's the same as the first arc one, you get a select regular Mirrage Art ticket. So you can choose a Mirrage Art for any character of your choice that like is a normal like character. I'll have to look though. I hope you enjoy Mirrage Prison during the summer vacation. One last thing, Ray's summer isn't over yet. I don't know what that means. I don't know if that means there's going to be another summer event next month, but we'll have to see. Because that's what one last thing, the Ray's summer isn't over yet. I don't know what that means, but that does seem like a hint of things to come. I guess I did just say I don't think there's going to be a collab, but I guess that could imply that maybe there's going to be some surprise reveal during the month. So I guess if you are worried about that, then save for that. But that's pretty much everything. So some pretty cool update stuff coming. It's pretty small, you know, new tower stuff as well as new auto Mirrage Art. And of course we know the schedule now for this month with these 2 events. But yeah, let me know what you guys think down below. I don't know what else to say. Well, I'm pretty excited for when Tales of Arise characters will come. What color do you guys think that the Tales of Arise cast will be? The colors with the least amount of characters are green and brown, surprisingly. So I think they are going to fit. If they want to keep them with the newer, you know, games, you know, they could keep them with Zestiria and Berseria. They could definitely go with brown. But I'm leaning more towards green. But we'll see. Anyways, guys, that's going to be it. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more if you're new to the channel. I'll see y'all next time. Have a wonderful day, everyone.